Alright, I'm going to show you how to play Nightshift. I have this set up for 2 players. There is no difference for 2, 3, 4 players, but you'll see there's just 2 minis out here. So you're going to lay out the board. You're going to shuffle up the customer cards. You're going to deal 12 customers face down here. You're going to set up the bar. Alternatively, you can have the tokens off to the side, but at no point can a character ever hold more than 3 drinks. So I just have enough for 3 of each drink for people at the bar, so forth. You are going to shuffle up the event cards and put them off to the side. I'm just going to set them up here on the board so you can see them. You're going to shuffle the power cards, shuffle the private room cards. You're going to grab the special die, and you're going to put these little heart tokens over here by the VIP room because they'll be getting laid out here. You're also going to have the commitment die. I'm just going to place that in the locker room. Each character is going to choose a dancer. They're going to grab their mini, put it in the locker room. They're going to grab their commitment token. They're going to get a power card from the top of the deck without showing their opponent. They're going to start with a champagne and a shot. You are going to grab the round tracker, and you're going to choose if you want to go with a short game or a longer game. I have it set up with a short game. You're going to take the round tracker, place it on there, and put yourself on round 1. Each player can grab a player reference card if they so choose, and you'll have the supply of money off to the side within reach of everyone. You are then ready to begin. Whoever was last at a club will be the first player. So, on your turn, you will be using energy to move and flip cards. You have 4 energy to spend unless your character gives you something else, such as Emerald gives plus an energy on all turns. In order to use an energy, a move is an energy, and flipping over a card is an energy. If you want to engage with the card, you'll be rolling the numbered die, and that signifies the end of your turn. Otherwise, you could then move and flip over another card if you so choose. But coming back here, say I engage with this one, you will take the die, and you are going to roll it. You're going to look at the card, and you're going to see what numbers you are equal to or greater than, and then you can choose one of those options. So in this instance with a 10, I can choose all of these. So I can commit to the VIP, I can select another player to receive $1,000, or I can discard this card and 2 power cards. So if I commit to a VIP, I would take my commit token and I'd place it on them. So now that I rolled the numbered die, my turn is over. Now my opponent can go. So again, they can move 1, 2, and flip over a card. And then they could roll on this one. They do have the option of attempting to steal a character that I have already committed to. So if you're in the spot, they can attempt to steal. They are going to take the number die and they're going to roll, trying to beat that number there, which they didn't. But say they had rolled a 7 and they had stolen them. Instead, they will then remove my token and they'll put their token on there. A customer can only be stolen once, so if we were playing with more players, they would not be able to be stolen, and I would not be able to steal them on my next turn. Once all players have gone, you are going to move the round marker to the next round. If on your round you are committed to a customer, you are going to go to the room that you are committed to, either the VIP or the private room. Let's start with the VIP room. So you would move the customer to the VIP room, you'd move your miniature there, and then you are going to do the VIP mini game. So what's going to happen is first you are going to take the heart that matches your trait. This is green. You can check again by looking at the bottom of their mini, and that will match there. You are then going to take the die, and you are going to roll it. If you roll your color, you bust, and you are only going to get $1,000. If you roll a different color, you're going to take that heart and place it on the track. You're going to keep rolling until you either bust or roll a color you already have. If you roll a color that you already have, you are forced to stop, and you're going to gain money equal to their star rating and where you are at. So they have a star rating of 3. I got this far, so I would make $3,000. Alternatively, you can spend a champagne in order to redo it. So say I had rolled this, I would spend my champagne token. I would then have to re-roll. You can't just stop. You do have to re-roll. In this instance, I would bust and only get $1,000. If I had another champagne, I could spend it again, attempting to roll again, got a new one. And at that point, I can stop. So again, you'll be rolling, and then you can choose to stop, bust, or be forced to stop if you roll a color that you already have. You will collect your money, you will come here, and then as long as you did not bust, this character goes into your hand. If you go to the private room, again, your customer would go with you. And in this instance, you are going to be grabbing these private room cards, flipping them over, and then choosing when you want to stop. If you get 3 of the same, you have busted, you get $500, and the customer gets discarded. Again, if you had a champagne, you can choose to ignore that card and flip over another card. When you choose to stop, you are again going to look at their star rating and collect the amount for that. So that's 1,000 and 1,500. So you would get 2,500 for that. They would go into your hand and you exit out here onto this spot. So that is the basics of how the turn works. Now there's a few other rules to cover. One is you can buy drinks at the bar. So when you are one of these 3 spots adjacent to the bar, you can buy drinks. Shots are $500. Champagne is $1,000. You at most can have 3 drinks, either 3 of the same or a mixture of the 2, but no more than 3. If you have 3 and you get another one, you can swap one out for a different one. Next, you have power cards. Power cards will tell you on there when they can be played. So, play before another player rolls on a customer. To add +3 to the roll, you receive a power card. The power card is drawn from the deck. Play at the start of your turn to buy drinks without being at the bar. The 3 drink limit still counts. So these will tell you when to play it. You play them, and then they go to the discard pile. We then have the round tracker. So nothing happens in this round. When this round comes up, you're going to see which 3 dancers are here. So you have purple, pink, and yellow. Before anyone takes their turn, the yellow dancer, in this instance, will go to the stage. Basically, any colors that are shown there go to the stage. You are going to look around and see how many tables have the bills on them, and you are going to get $500 for each one of those tables. So in this instance, 5, 10, 15, 20, they would grab $2,000. They now would stay on the stage until it is their turn for that round. So if green was the first player, they would be spending their energy to do so forth. When their turn was done, yellow takes their turn as normal, moving off from either side of the stage, taking their turn as usual. When you get to this symbol, you are going to do a refresh. When you do a refresh, you are going to discard all face-up customers that are not committed, and you are then going to fill in each empty space starting here, working your way around the board. This again is the stage, but for blue and green. When you get to the moon, that is the event phase. You are going to draw an event card. It's got some flavor text, and then it says down here what to do. More often than not, this is again going to refresh the board, just like you did for the refresh. Then this one says all players receive a power card. The first power card each player uses this round is not discarded on use. But there is a variety of them. When you get here to lights on, you are going to again do a refresh round, except after you are done refreshing it, you are going to reveal all characters on the board. Then at the end of the final round, if you are committed to a customer, when the final round ends, you are going to move into, you'll see this little sliver that says unresolved commitments. So if at the end of the final round you're committed here, you will still do that commitment, going to the VIP room and conducting what you would normally do there. After that is done, you are going to move into end game scoring. You are going to count up all the money you have, and then you're going to see how many subscribers you have. Subscribers, income is received at the end of the game. You're going to count up the loyalty of all of the characters you have and grab income based on that. At this point, I am going to show you these ones that have different colored stars on them. So you'll see this one has the little pinkish, this one has yellow. When these are up and grabbed, for all players other than the color listed, this one would be a 1 star. For a pink, it is 3 star. Also, when you go with their loyalty, you are going to double it for the subscriber count. So this one would be worth 14 for pink, 7 for everyone else. So after you count up your money and your subscriber total, the most cash is the winner. That is the basics on how to play Nightshift. There are various other things that are described on the cards themselves. And again, the events have a variety of actions that happen. And then, as I said, there is the longer game where each player goes to the stage twice, and you have 2 events in that instance. But if I could go ahead and get you head down below, and if you could become a subscriber to this channel, ringing the bell, hitting like, hitting that subscribe button, hitting a comment, letting me know what your favorite dancer is, etc. Also, while you're down there, you can go ahead and join the channel, which will help support the channel. If you want to support the channel by hitting Miniature Market with our link down below, which is an affiliate link, so when you purchase games from that link, we do get a portion back to this channel. Alrighty, so hitting the club.